Hello and welcome into the LFC transfer room. Another watch along for our pre-season today against Crystal Palace. Looking like a mad team, to be honest. Not a team I don't think many of us probably expected. I mean, Adrian's in goal. I think there's a knock to Alisson. Obviously, Jota's not there as well. I think he's got a hamstring problem. And yeah, most of the teams. Not what you'd expect. We've got Milner, Canate, Mata, Costas, Hendo, Jones, Elliott, Diox, Diaz, and Bobby. Got Nunes on the bench and Thiago, Keita, Van Dijk. All the ones you would expect are on the bench. The teams are just walking out now as well. You have to bear with me. It's my first ever watch along. I always said I'd never do one of these, and they've convinced me to do one. So it's my first ever one for a pre-season. So yeah, bear with me. Wait there. Let me fix this lighting. One sec. Better. I need to figure out how to click go on this this scoreboard as well. I'll have to ask Louis. It's working for me, Louis. Yet, do you know how to click go on the score thing when it starts? Yeah, the players getting ready now. Just doing the usual handshakes and stuff. Into that kit, the more I see it, you know. Support for Liverpool's mad as well, you know. It looks like it's a full stadium in Singapore. You'll never walk alone getting sung at the minute. Let me see. So if I click on that, does it start? No. Doesn't start. Oh, I'm on it. Yeah, I think I'm on it. I'm on it. Onto it, I think. I was in edit mode. Technical difficulties with me, yeah. Never said I'd do a watch along. Make it work for a pre-season game though. Just doing the coin toss now. I don't know if the conditions are as hot in Singapore either. I know James Ox on the right wing. We played well in that first pre-season game, though, to be fair to him. So I suppose we've got to cut him some slack, haven't we? Like, he did play all right. Hello from Singapore. I hope you're watching the game. Don't we all know, Jen? Hopefully it's just a pre-season. He's getting minutes and not come opening day of the Prem. They've got their own flag like we have on the Copper Singapore one with all the trophies on. Looks pretty sick. Stadium's gorgeous, by the way. Looks like it's nighttime in Singapore. I haven't seen the Palace to line up yet. Let me see if I can find it. I don't think he will play, to be fair, Jen, in the Prem. I don't think he's good enough. I think we probably will bring someone else in as well. I hope you can't hear me, fan. By the way, it's just impossible to do a watch along in this heat without one. If you can hear it, let me know and I'll turn it off. If you are new around here as well, just before we kick off, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. It helps the channel out loads. You may think it's nothing, but it goes a long way for us. So please do help us out. We're just about to kick off now. Harvey Elliott's going to get us underway. In a sec. He's taking the knee. We're underway. Harvey Elliott goes underway. Second game of pre-season. Hopefully, a better result than it was the other day. And Hamhead, I'm watching it on LFC TV. Go. What are they, Jen? Did they clip on your neck or something? Looks like Hendo started in the deeper. It looks like we have went with a 4-3-3 today, by the looks of it. We lined up 4-2-3-1 in the last pre-season game against United, which seen us get beat 4-0. Looks like we went back to 4-3-3 with Hendo lying a bit deeper and Jones and Elliott as the more advanced Jones on the left and Elliott on the right. I'm excited to see Jones, to be honest. It's a good caliber of opponent in Crystal Palace. So excited to see what he can do to Premier League level opponents. So excited to see Harvey Elliott as well. And Luis Diaz after some pre-season time with Jurgen's going to be special. Palace got the ball at the minute on the attack. Hussein Edouard. He's lost it. James Milner covering there. Walters, I don't know. Mate, I don't know if it's just a UK thing. I don't think it is. Liverpool's a big club. I don't think it should just be UK if LFC TV goes restricted. It's a bit mad that. Maybe try reaching out to LFC Help, see if they can help resolve the issue. They are quite quick on Twitter, to be fair. Why is my scoreboard not working? Just clicked onto that. Don't know where it was. That is weird. Walters. If you watch the United game, I'd definitely reach out to them. If you're paying for LFCTV Go, they should be letting you watch Everton on it. And they'll intercept there, but Palace got the ball back. Costa's going well. Jones on the ball now. I need to have a look at them, Jen. Definitely. It's 32 degrees next Tuesday. You know how we're going to stream in conditions like that, to be honest. Cloud is sounding fantastic. You can hear them singing away at the minute. It's boss here and our support all around the world, to be honest. Makes you realise just how big the club is. It's massive. We have started quite dominant here with the ball. Matup's on one of his charges and pass it to Milner. I like that new kit. I mean, what did everyone think of the away kit as well? We went up against United. Then I'm still unsure on it, mate. It's the white bit at the back where the names and numbers go, where it looks as though it's just completely white. I think they should have just kept it with the rest of the kit. I think it looks a bit silly. Nicholas isn't that working in Australia either. I don't have a clue about LFCTV Go. It just worked for me. I'm seeing people saying that they could watch the United game and it's not letting them watch this game. That's very weird. I'd defo get onto LFC Help on Twitter, to be honest. They're quite responsive. They give them a little DM, see if they can help you source it, or see if there's anything there, maybe saying why it's not working. We'll have to try and get one of them, Jen, straight after this stream. See me on the next one with a fan on my neck. I just have it on my telly usually. The transfer rooms sorted us out getting it on for me today. Yeah, I don't really use the website for part of it, to be honest with you. I mean, I need to though, because they've had all behind the scenes in pre-season, haven't they? And I haven't watched any of it. Usually it's on YouTube, but it seems like they've exclusively done it to the app this time. Elliott's on the run there. Oh, he's been dispossessed. Mitchell dispossessed him. Endo gets it back down, gives it to Milner. Good tackle there by Palace. Goes out for a throw-in. So I don't even know half of these Palace players here, so bear with me. I think they're playing some of the kids as well. I haven't seen the team, to be honest. Just trying to set this up. Rapid I was. Milner takes the throw into Matip anyway. Matip and Canate, be interesting to see them too as well. It's just always mad seeing a line-up without Virgil, isn't it? I mean, he is on the bench. He came back to pre-season late. He came back with like Darwin Núñez and stuff. Bit mad all the Darwin Núñez slander as well. He had one session before. Oh, on the break here. The Ox not fast enough. How often are we going to say that? With Núñez, though, loads of people been slagging him off. He had one session before that United game. He's not going to come out and be unbelievable, is he? And People are saying he's going to be crap. Alisson, I can't show the game now. We'll probably get copyright strike. I can't show it, unfortunately. I can talk you through what's happening, which what I'll be doing on this watch along. But I can't show the full game, unfortunately. Hendo on the attack at the minute, passes to Diaz. Love Luis Diaz, probably one of my favourite players at the club at the moment. And Costas, seen a few interviews with him in pre-season, and it just seems like he's recharged, fully ready to fight for his space again. Looks like Canate is playing in the Van Dijk role, and Matip's in his usual position on the right-hand side. We do all think that Canate eventually probably will be the long-term successor to Van Dijk. Hopefully in like 8 to 9 years, though, not anytime soon. Looking sharper here, though. Passes looking better than they were against United. We've keeping more of possession as well. Just looking more compact. Klopp said it looks as though the team's going to play the full 45. Got some players who could probably play the full 90, but he's not taking no risks because of what's happened with Jota. Jones isn't in defence. I think he's just been helping track back, to be honest with you. He is meant to be on the left wing, and Costas is left back. I think when Costas has just went forward, Jones has covered for him. He's playing in the left of the midfield, Curtis Jones, and RVL on the right. Endo again to Matty. We're playing more like what you'd expect Liverpool to see, quite high up, looking threatening. The Ox there, lost it again. Yeah, Gary, great to see. Bobby starting, he's probably my favourite player for Liverpool, to be honest with you, in recent years. I know Salah gets all the plaudits, but Bobby's off-ball movements, unbelievable. He's a joy to watch, to be honest. I do think he will, Jen, I do. I think City are mad, though, getting rid of Bernardo Silva, Gabriel Jesus and Sterling in one summer. I think that makes Liverpool favourites to win the league, to be honest with you, because Bernardo Silva's a fantastic player, as much as I hate him. Ox charging them trying to play out from the back. Teams will never learn, will they, to play out from the back with Liverpool, but I need to fix this camera as well, don't I, a bit? Palace are on the attack again now. Look at Jordan Ayew. Right back is Milner, Liam. Mr. Versatility again. I think he's just filling in, giving Trent a rest, to be honest with you. Calvin Ramsey's got a knock, hasn't he? So that'll be why he's not playing in today. I don't know, Jenny, he did score a lot of goals for City, Sterling. I think he's going to be a big miss for City. I think he would have worked well with Haaland, but I do think the bigger miss will be Bernardo Silva. I think they're crazy to get rid of him. I know they brought Calvin Phillips in, but I don't think he's anywhere near the level of player of Bernardo Silva, because he usually plays a lot deeper than Bernardo. So unless Pep's going to a 4-2-3-1 and having a double pivot, but then I still don't think it makes him stronger. I think Darwin will score more than Haaland, though. That might be my mad prediction all summer. Haaland's got too many injuries for me. Palace got a free kick at the minute, just by the corner flag, a little bit further out. Ooh, Adrian saves it. Kills me seeing Adrian in goal, Thankful it's only pre-season. But wonder why Queeve hasn't travelled. I mean, people saying there's an injury, but I haven't seen much on his injury. If anyone knows, let me know in the chat. Don't know why Queeve hasn't went with the squad, to be honest. Don't know what injury he's got, but I hope it's not the sign of a transfer, because he's a phenomenal backup keeper. I just went down there. Went down a bit too easily, though, I think. Yeah, he does like money a bit too much, doesn't he, Jen Sterling? I don't know if he'll be on much more at Chelsea than he was at City, though. To be honest, I feel like I've read a few stuff about Chelsea's owner saying that he's going to be running it similar to Liverpool. Jones clears the free kick out, but Palace win it back. On the attack, and good movement from Palace. Harvey Elliott wins it back there and gives it back away again. I don't know about Phillips, Liam. I've seen a few reports saying now he was meant to be the long-term Matip replacement, but I think the game against United, I know it was only a pre-season game, but I think it's shown that Reece Williams and Nat Phillips probably aren't up to the standard of a Liverpool centre-back, to be honest. Sandro, it's on LFCTV Go. I'm just doing a watch along here, but do leave a like and a subscribe if you're new around here. It does help us out a lot. On the break again here with Lewis Diaz. Absolutely rapid. Good clearance there by Nathaniel Klein. Klein's decent wearing until his injury for Liverpool. It's good to see him still making him in the Premier League side, to be honest. He's a good player. Done a fantastic job for Liverpool until his injury. Matty on the ball at the halfway line there, dinking it in. To Bobby, what a touch. What a touch. Back to Curtis Jones. All saved by the keeper. Ollie, we're LFC TV Go is where you can watch the match, or LFC TV on the TV if you've got that. I am hearing people are having problems watching the match, to be honest, in different countries on LFC TV Go. So there must be an underlying issue. I'm unsure what the reasonings are. For Auxilla, I'm just doing a watch along. You can only watch the match on LFC TV or LFC TV Go. It's good to see us beat the first man in the corner there, to be honest. Like to see Harvey Elliott on the break there. Cuts it back. Hendo. Oh, what a goal by Jordan Henderson. It's good to see Endo with goals like that, to be fair. It's typical Kehrer. Unbelievable finish from Henderson. Fantastic cutback from Harvey Elliott. 1-0 to Liverpool. Deserve that. We have dominated for the first 12 minutes of the game, to be fair. It's a fantastic cutback from Harvey Elliott there. Really is. And Henderson finishes it off nicely from just behind the penalty spot, bit to the right, curls it in past the keeper. Unbelievable finish. Who needs Bellingham, James? I mean, I think I prefer Jude Bellingham to be spinning that one in the back of the net there, but I'll wait a year if we've got to be honest. Meant to be getting that Sporting midfielder. We've been heavily linked to him in the past few days, so interesting to see if that develops. There's a fantastic pick out of Harvey Elliott by Joel Matip as well, by the way. Phenomenal. Sandro, yeah, you've got to sign up to LFC TV Go. I think it's about £5 a month, something like that, and then you can watch the game. You can watch all behind the scene content through the site as well. It's Curtis Jones, lovely ball to Diaz, pass it back to Costas, tries to cross it in, but Klein Barocks. Looking really sharp, Liverpool today. Really, really sharp. Completely different to how it looked against United the other day. The ball movement's just phenomenal. Like fast one-touch movements. Canate is so fast. So fast. I'm not sure about Jota, Liam. If it's his hamstring and serious, you're looking about 2 months, but there hasn't been massive reports really about how long he's going to be out for. Sal, did you enjoy it? Welcome to Liverpool. Phenomenal ground, phenomenal place. Henderson scored. It was a cutback from Elliott, Freddie, and Henderson sort of curled it into the goal past the keeper. From like the right of the penalty spot, a little bit further back it was. Decent angle as well. Good finish. Endo is great, Gary. I think he's underrated by our fan base a lot. Did you do the tour of the stadium, Sal, and see the trophies and stuff? Bobby's looking sharp as well, to be fair. And Curtis Jones. Endo on the ball again. We're just looking so much sharper today, so much more like Liverpool. The Ox picking the ball up in the middle of the park there. Playing really well again, to be honest, the Ox. Has lost the ball a few times, but his movements and stuff off the ball and the positional play of himself has been really good. Simicast is looking really strong as well, to be honest. It's a good experience, isn't it, Sal? I've done it myself before. It was a good experience. I've done it twice. I've done it before the main stand expansion. I've done it since it's been expanded as well. Free kick for Liverpool there, foul on Milner. Oh, man, I haven't got a link. You've got to watch it on LFC TV. This is just a watch along. Quick free kick taken to Milner there, who cuts it back to Endo. Good cross in, but dispossessed. Only as far as the Oxlade. Passed it back to Curtis Jones. Good movement from Jones there. Can he get the ball in? Cuts it back to Endo, who whips one in. Oof, unbelievable. But it was dispossessed by Mitchell. Had to be good there, otherwise Matty was lurking, to be honest. Milner's won it back really well. Ox is on the ball. Pass it back to Milner, who whips it in. Oof. Kerry, it was Endo who scored. Good finish as well, with Harvey Elliott on the assist. Yeah, it is only on LFC TV, I think. I've seen a few people in the chat from Singapore. You may have different ways of watching this on different maybe sports channels abroad, but the only one I know available in the UK is LFC TV. I've got them cooling towels for the dog. I'd have never thought to use it for myself. He's got loads of cooling towels, cooling mats, and I'm there sweating. Mad. Elliott with the ball again, looking sharp, cuts it back to Milner. Back to Elliott. Milner's looking really sharp as well, to be honest. Closing balls down, he's getting forward and back. Energy of a saint. I do think Diaz will have a big season this year, to be honest, Sal. I think a pre-season under Jurgen Klopp shouldn't go unnoticed. He hasn't had a full pre-season under us yet. We're joining in January, so Klopp getting a full pre-season with Diaz to really hone his position and tell him what he expects of him. I think he's going to have a massive season, to be honest with you. I think he's a special player. He's going to be the next player that Klopp turns into a £100 million plus asset, to be honest. Getting that don't go in the fridge as well. I'm going to have a look at all this when I finish. It's meant to be hot next week, so I definitely need to do something. We're all going to be sweating doing streams. It's still like 30 degrees at like 7:30 when we do the streams as well, which is crazy. $6.50 a month US for LFCTV. Yeah, it's quite steep, isn't it? Milner, a good ball there to Bobby, finding a brilliant position again. Pass it back to Milner. I think with the Ox, the only thing I'd say is he's looked a little bit leggy when we've put balls through to him, considering he is meant to be playing in one of them attacking roles on the right-hand side, ultimately Salah's position. He just doesn't seem to be making the runs you want him to. Lily, it was Hendo who scored. iOS, I really appreciate that quite clearly you're a United fan. You've came into our stream to watch our watch along. Means a lot, to be honest with you. I hope you have a successful season with your 4-0 Bangkok trophy. Liverpool played 3 teams in 30 minutes. Mad. Good at defending. Palace, that's something Vieira has really honed in with them. I think they're a good side, Palace, but I do think they'll massively miss Conor Gallagher this season. He was fantastic for them last year. Probably won't get many minutes at Chelsea, to be honest. I was going to put him in my fantasy footy team, but thought he's not going to play much at Chelsea. I have got a mat for the dog, Jen, that doesn't go in the fridge. It's like a cooling thing. B&M. It seems to like her. Man United, man. Rexy, United fan, but respect Liverpool. I've never thought I'd read them words, to be honest. Who can't respect Liverpool, though? We're one of the best teams in the world. That's not even being biased. The football we play is fantastic. Pains me to say it. City play amazing football as well under Pep. He's an unbelievable manager. I'm not bitter in that sense. I did used to hate Pep until I seen that film. Take the ball, pass the ball, and just open my eyes to how good of a coach he is, really. I just appreciate footy. I still hate them. I think Liverpool will win the league, to be honest with you, Gary. I think City have pulled a mad one out, selling Silva, Sterling, and Jesus in 1 year. I think it'll be Van Dijk and Matip. Can't really take Matip out the Prem games after how good he was last year, but maybe Canate gets more minutes in the Prem, who knows? Phenomenal cross from Costas there, but Bobby missed the Eddie. The appealing for an handball on penalty, but it's only pre-season. Come on, Bobby, let him off. Canate tended to play the Champions League and Cup games last year, and I think he'll continue to do so, to be honest with you. I don't think he'll get much Premier League time. Don't forget, we have got to please Matip and Gomez as well. Canate is an unbelievable defender, though. Unbelievable. It's going to be fantastic for us for years. No, Fred. It's just on LFC TV, I think. I don't know if it's available anywhere else, to be honest with you. What do I think about the oil teams? They're ruining footy, to be honest with you. Look at Mbappe. There was videos the other day of him in training, the players avoiding him and stuff. But it's just ruining football. Like, yeah, players should be well paid, but the transfer fees and wages and stuff that they're offering is just the monopolising football, really. I think Núñez will be a fantastic sign. I don't think Jurgen Klopp would willingly spend that much money on him, to be honest, Sal, if he wasn't going to be unbelievable. And I think Jota is just a backup player, to be honest, Gary. As good as he is, he's well more effective off the bench, and I think he's better in that 9 position, but I can't see him starting ahead of Núñez, who we've paid all that money for, to be honest with you. Be interesting to see, though, if we do. I hope Harvey shines this year as well. I think there might be an LFC transfer room in Fantasy Football League. I'll find out for you at half time, and if there is, I'll share the code. There's one for like all us who do it. So the last year there was one for anyone who wanted to join off the socials and stuff. I was terrible at it. Milner passed through. Ooh, nearly there. Milner's looked really sharp, you know. Really, really sharp. Harvey Elliott was unbelievable last year as well, weren't he? Until his injury. Mint, I can't show you the match, otherwise we'd get copyrighted and took down, and all the years of hard work we put into the channel would be worthless. Oh, brilliant ball from Harvey Elliott. Jones just wasn't fast enough there. Hat-trick against Fulham for Núñez. Gary, do you think he'll start first game of the season? I think he'll have to have a good pre-season to maybe nail on a start, because in the Premier you can't drop points, can you? You've got to be winning every game. I do rate Curtis Jones. You're asking the wrong person out the channel there, Mus, if you want me to say that. I don't. You can watch it on the LFC website, Mint LFC TV Go. I think it's about £5 a month, English pounds that is. But yeah, I do rate Curtis Jones, to be honest. I think he's a phenomenal player for us. I think people underestimate him. He's still only a kid. He's 21. if you look at his stats, how good he is on the ball, his possession stats, his dribbling stats, his chances created, how good he is at pressing. He's ranking against the best in the world in his position for these stats. So I think he's a good asset. I don't think he's going to be a starter for us anytime soon, but he's a local lad who's happy to be a squad option. I don't see the reason to hate that, to be honest with you. Should just support him. Kaiser does need to step up, but I don't think Jesus does. He is only 21 still. He's still a kid, to be honest with you. Like he should only be playing a few games a year and learning his trade. And that's what he's doing. He's 21. What's up, Tar? Tar got to meet everyone in Thailand the other day. Even got to ask Jurgen Klopp a question. I think we all envied you there, Tar. Ox on the ball again. Ox is looking really good again, to be honest with you. I think he's making a point that he can still have a chance in this side. Pass it out to Diaz. Oof. Ox made the run a little bit too early there. Diaz became underrated. I haven't seen anyone underrating Diaz, to be honest with you, Ravi. He's probably one of our best players, I'd say. Match read, it's LFCTV Go. If you want to watch the actual game, it's just a watch along here. Harvey Elliott's looked really good again, as always. Yeah, I do think Jones and Gomez will see more game time with the 5 sub rule. What do I think of Thailand's compared to Singapore's stadium? They were both impressive, to be fair, Thai, but I think Singapore's a little bit busier. I think there's more seats on bums in Singapore than there was in Thailand, which I'm very surprised at, to be honest. I knew about our fan base in Thailand, but I wasn't aware that it was this big in Singapore as well. Keller Hemus, I don't know. I don't know what's up with them, to be honest. I was asking that question before. He didn't ask that, yeah, and he should have, shouldn't he? Should have said, when's Jude coming, Jurgen? Or just played Hey Jude to him. That's what you should have done, Tar. You're seeing his reaction. But this stadium in Singapore is impressive. It's massive. Do you know how many it holds, Tar? Do you know what, right? Call me mad, but I'd love to see like a Champions League final in like a country like Thailand or Singapore or that, because if Liverpool got to the final, you could go to like Thailand or Singapore or something like that for the week and enjoy yourself and experience the culture and then get to see the Champions League finals. Oh, it's a bit too small then, isn't it, Tar? But I would like to see a Champions League final in a country like that. Probably do a better job of hosting it than Paris did. Paris was a bloody farce. Should do a video, Tar, on why there should be a game like that held in Thailand. Palace have made a good account of themselves here, to be honest with you. It does look as though they have went quite strong with the lineup, but they haven't done much to test Adrian, thankfully. But they have been very good defensively. I don't know where you can stream it other than LFC TV there in England. It's only available on LFC TV, so I don't know where else you can stream it. Oh, was it a home nations injury? There's a load of I don't even want to swear, but you know what I mean. Useless that game. I don't think we're done. I don't think the transfers are done, to be honest with you. I've heard a few sneaky little reports. I know we've been monitoring, should I say, Sporting's midfielder. I can't think of his name off the top of my head. I think it's Matthias something. We're monitoring him, and apparently he's only 30 mil, so maybe he could come in. What is interesting, we have got a video coming out in the next few weeks from myself about Jude Bellingham and where he'd fit into the squad, because I do think it will come. to be honest with you, eventually. But he looks like he plays on the left, and that's Thiago's position. So I do think we are probably still in the market for a right side at midfielder, unless Jude can play on the right, unless we are bringing him in for that. But he does play mainly for Dortmund on the left. Good footwork there from Jones. He's looked sharp. The old teams look sharp, to be honest with you. That Anthony rumour isn't a very good source, Gary. I don't think Klopp would have him. His attitude's meant to be horrendous. Firmino to Diaz. Good play, that. Good play. Diaz cuts it back to Elliott. Oh, brilliant ball to Milner. Cut back. Oh, unlucky there, Milner. Unlucky. Yeah, the final would be any better than anywhere than Paris, Gen. Scarred for life off that game. I think Jude will come. That's to think probably next year. Apparently he wants no one else but us, and we want him. So it'd be mad if he doesn't come. Don't forget, there's 84 of you here. If you are new around here, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe on the video. Liverpool are 1-0 up against Crystal Palace in this pre-season friendly in Singapore. Liverpool looked really, really sharp, to be honest with you. A well better side than what we looked against United. We are past the half an hour mark and we haven't made any changes yet. So it does look like this team may get to 45 minutes. At least they've been proven to have been their mistakes now, General, as the fans have been cleared by that report. But I know UEFA's report still got to come, but it was nice to hear our fans' names took out of the dirt again after they tried to drag us into it. Me and Kev done a video not long after Paris. If you go back on our videos, I'm talking about what happened in Paris from a first-hand experience, and Kev got really emotional on stream. It was really, really horrible. Paris, to be honest with you, for any of the fans who went over there, I probably would never go back, and I certainly wouldn't go back to that stadium. I think we won't bother with the domestic cups much, but I do also think our second string 11 that we'll probably play in the cups is better this season than it was last year, because you're going to have the likes of Bobby Firmino probably not getting every game in the Prem, so he's probably going to play cup games, and then you've got like the Ox, Elliott, Jones, phenomenal depth area players who should really go quite far in the cup games, to the point that when it again gets to the final, you bring your big boys out like Klopp tends to do. Get to the point of what? Jack's reveling in the Ox having 2 good games. Reveling in it. Done a stream and got slaughtered the other week. Jack's defending Ox. I still don't think he's good enough to succeed at us. I think his injuries have ruined his career. Jones on the run at the minute. Bobby, good ball back to the Ox, who plays it back to Hendo. Puts that wide to Costas. Cuts into Diaz. Crossed in from Costas. Bit too high for Elliott. One thinks it's next season they'll probably more ruthless up front with Nunes. You'll score all kinds of goals. 4-3-3. Do you think it'll be 4-3-3, Gary? I think it might be 4-2-3-1 with a double pivot, and then you'd have, say, Salah, Bobby or Jota in the 10 and Diaz out wide with Nunes up top, maybe. I do agree that tired legs did probably cost us last season. We should have played more of the kids in the finals and stuff. If we wouldn't have won it, we wouldn't have won it. One of them, isn't it? It was nice to see us win the FA Cup, though, for the players. They've completed a collection. Most of that squad now, they've won everything there is to win. Trent Alexander-Arnold's 21 and won everything there is on offer in England. Or was he 22, Trent? Something like that. Will Liverpool win and over 1.5 goals? I'd say so, but don't take my word for it if you're on about a bet. It's 1-0. 1-0. So you only need one more goal for that to be successful. Throw in from Milner coming on. Yeah, I can see that. I don't know if they'll come on maybe in 40th minute, but it seems pointless to put them on for 5 minutes unless they're just warming up to go straight into the second half, potentially. Yeah, everyone who's played in this first 11 that started the game have all looked really, really sharp. To be honest, you could argue it is only Crystal Palace, but Crystal Palace have been fantastic defensively. That's why the game's only 1-0. We have looked sharp. All the players are passing the ball better. They're getting in better spaces. The movement's better. It's completely different to the game the other day against United, where we just looked out of it, to be honest. But I do think that game was down to the fact United have been in pre-season 2 weeks more than us. You are going to be fitter and more at it if you've been at pre-season a week long, 2 weeks longer. I think Liverpool will be the champions this season, Edwin. Man City have sold too many key players. In my eyes, getting rid of Bernardo Silva's mad decision. The throw-ins Palace at the minute. Training stuff's decent again this year as well. Mike smashed it. Just had a away kit with that white patch at the back. Need to sort that out. Horrendous. I think Mane will be a huge miss. Silva's not 100% gone. I don't know. It's just basically now done. Oh, brilliant. Elliot, that was your chance. What a ball that was for Harvey Elliott. I think it was from the Ox, to be honest with you. But Elliott snuffed it a bit there. Started by Millie there. Again, James Milner, fantastic this first half. But was that the Ox? Yeah, I think so. Phenomenal picking out Harvey Elliott from Oxlade-Chamberlain there. Had a good first half. When Salah come in, I think it'll be second half. I know, Tar, that's what I mean. It looks stupid. Like, why not carry the pattern the whole way round and then just put the number on top of the pattern? Like, I don't understand why they got a big white patch. It looks silly. Yeah, I'm excited myself to see Carvalho today. God, he looked really good against United. I think he's been brought into play now. I don't think he'll be playing with the 23s or the 21s as it's being rebranded as again now. Palace on the attack. Costas done well to put him off there. Mateta really should have finished that, though, to be honest. Salah and Trent both was unbelievable against United. Their link-up play was fantastic. That was a positive sign from the game, to be honest. I do think Darwin Núñez might outscore Salah this year, though. Be interesting. Because Núñez is the goal scorer as a 9. Still be interesting to see how that works, because Salah loves goals himself. 55k stadium. It is a gorgeous stadium, to be fair. Saying on the commentary, they can take it apart and change it for different events and stuff. Nice from Jones there, but he didn't find Elliott. Not quite. Ox passes it back to Jones. Is he going to cross it back in? No, he's lost it. Tried to knock it through the player's legs. Done well to, though, Curtis Jones. They'll give a good account of himself. I hope all the fans who think he's rubbish are watching this. I would like a couple more goals, Jen, yeah. Like seeing goals. Greetings, Matthias. Núñez, good player, isn't he? Nice to see him in a red shirt. To be fair, he really impressed me when Benfica came to Anfield. Really impressed me. Be interesting to see how he fits in because his pressing stats aren't the best, so I don't think he presses as like most of our team does. But I think he's going to be clinical. I don't watch England Women's Edwin now. Unfortunately, I don't tend to watch any in England, to be honest. But I don't know if they'll score the first 15. I haven't kept track of the women's Euros. I should have really, because it has looked like it's been a decent tournament, but I haven't watched any of it. Ox has played really well, God, really, really well. In both pre-season games, he's been sharp and looked at it, to be honest. Got Mitchell on the throw for Palace at the minute. Must be us out there, the players all fucked. Palace going to Australia by the sounds of it. Was a bit of a mad tackle that from Phillips. It's only pre-season, me, oh mate, you don't need to be snapping legs. Fans look sounded fantastic, to be fair. Lasering around the stadium again at the minute. I'd probably agree with that, James. Like he has been dispossessed a few times and has looked a bit leggy, but he's on a break now. Ooh, good shot. He has looked a bit leggy, I think, on that right-hand side when we're putting balls through to him. He's not getting on the end of everything. But he hasn't looked like the Ox that we've been used to lately, where he's been consistently poor. I do think he's looked a little bit better today than he has usually, to be fair. Oh, the Ox is down. There we go. He's had a shot. He's down. He's out for 6 months, probably. I hope this isn't serious, though, for the Ox. He's looked really good in pre-season. I've got my drink here. That'll probably be gone by full time. Like, but nah, I'll just sit here with you. I think this might be Ox's hamstring. He doesn't look happy. He looks fuming. But do you know what? I do feel sorry for the Ox because he's played really, really well against United and against Palace today. He hasn't set the world alight, but he's played well. He's been consistent. He's made good movements. He's had the right idea. A little bit leggy, but he's had the right idea. And looks like he's down injured in a bit of his hamstring. And that's similar to Jota, but that can, if it's serious, rule you out for 2 months. It's just always a backward step with the Ox. It's unfair. Sly on him. The Ox, yeah. Signed Jude now. Ox is out for a year. I don't have biscuits, Gary. I don't eat them. I'm getting married in 8 weeks. I'm on a strict diet, to be honest. Leighton Clarkson's came on for the Ox. I think it's a big pre-season for him. He went to his hometown club in Blackburn last year and didn't get many minutes. I think he was unfortunate. I think they changed managers not long after he started. Or Leighton Clarkson, sorry. The edge chocker. Water diet, yeah, pretty much. Diaz or Salah? Ooh, Salah, I think, because he's more proven. But I do think Diaz will have a massive season. I just don't know if it's a tough one. I've got high hopes for Diaz, to be honest. But just to say he might outperform Salah would be a bold claim because Salah's just too consistent to bet against him, really. Unbelievable that by Curtis Jones. Palace have been flying into challenges here. You wouldn't think it's pre-season. The new Darren Anderson. He did look injured, to be fair. God, he went off. He went straight down and signalled to the bench and looked really angry. Nunes isn't playing. Yeah, he's on the bench. He'll probably come on in the second half. I think we're pretty much the plan is to keep the same team for 45 minutes, get minutes under the belt. And the Oxlade came off through injury. Otherwise, he would have got to 45 as well, I think. Foul there on Clayton Clarkson. Endo's looked really good, though. And Jones and Elliott. They all have, to be fair. All have. If you're new around here, don't forget to leave a like and a subscribe. It helps us out loads. May feel like nothing to you, but it does mean the world to us. There's around 30 seconds left of the minute of added time in this first half. Liverpool still lead 1-0. Henderson, poor pass there. Yeah, I probably agree with that, to be honest with you, Frog. I can see Diaz being more the playmaker than the goal scorer. Brilliant ball to Costas, that from Diaz. Costas unlucky there. Klein was done really well there, really well. I do think Nunes did play well, Botchel. I agree. He had one session before that game. I think people are jumping to write him off too quickly. Now it's the end of the first half. I need to figure out how to reset this clock thing now. Don't know what I've done here. Don't know what I've done to my scoreboard. There's half time now at the minute. We'll just sit here and try and fix my scoreboard in the meantime. I don't know how to reset the thing. Does James know? James in the chat. Know how to change me the timer back to nothing. Put the ox on eBay. It's a good shout, that God. Made the quavers. I don't know how to reset this bloody clock. Oh, reset. Timer. Hey, I'm learning. James. I'm getting the hang of it. Teething problems. I'm doing the Salzburg watch-along as well in 2 weeks. 2 weeks. So hopefully we iron out these teething problems. I always said I'd never do a watch-along, though, to be honest. I don't like them, to be honest. It's not something I really like, but it's been quite fun, to be fair. You've helped me watch the game rather than watching it on my own downstairs with the dog. This season, all competitions, Gary. I reckon more than 20. I think you'll probably get 23, 24 maybe. He does look clinical. I think he looked really good at Benfica and he's got better players around him at Liverpool. So I reckon 20 plus goals. Yeah, just Jay's just said in our chat, we should have sold the ox while we could. Probably a good assessment that. Probably should have sold him just before he's just got injured. I'm going to try and fix this camera. Cutting off half my head. So it is half time. I'd like to see Nunes, to be honest, in the next half. I think he'd see the palette sides are the type of sides that Liverpool need to be challenging with Nunes, really, because these are the sides who are probably going to be low block against us in the Prem. So these are the games where you're going to want Nunes to excel and you want to be putting balls over the top. So I'd like to see Trent and Nunes and Salah in the second half, to be honest with you. Maybe get a full 45 if possible, just to see the link up play and see how much Trent excels having a big man to aim for, because he's never had that so far in his Liverpool career. Community Shield in 2 weeks as well. Is everyone looking forward to that? I was actually successful in the ballot for that, but I'm not going because I'm on my stag weekend, so my cousin's going instead. Front three for next season. I think we're probably going to do a 4-2-3-1, Rudy. So it's probably going to be more of a front four, but I reckon it'll be Diaz, Bobby / Jota, Salah, and Nunes. To be honest, I think that's the strongest attacking threat. But then in that 10 position, you could play Bobby, Jota, Carvalho, Jones, and Elliott. So we're stacked in that. So I think you might see a chop and change a lot throughout the season, because Harvey Elliott was one of our best players before his injury last year. So I think I wouldn't be ruling him out being on the starting 11 for the first game of the season. Big Jan in the studio. Fun fact, I was actually going to be called Jan. My dad wanted to call me Jan when I was born. My mum said absolutely no way. And my brother was watching, I think it must be a Southampton game, and Matt Letizia scored the winning goal in a cup final, and he actually said, call him Matthew, and here we are. But if my dad had his way, I would have been called Jan. Mad. Thank God for Matt Letizia scoring a winning goal, though. Imagine being called Jan, and it wouldn't have worked well for me, that. Feels like the time has flashed since Manny, Firmino, and Salah began their trio. It does, yeah. I couldn't believe how many years it was when Manny departed, to be honest with you, when he was one of the first signings under Klopp, weren't he? So it was sad to see him go. I think he'll be a huge miss, to be honest. I really rate Sadio Mane. I think he's a fantastic player. I do think that as well, Rudy, but he did play 4-2-3-1 at Dortmund when he had Lewandowski and Aubameyang. So I think he had Aubameyang, but definitely Lewandowski. He played 4-2-3-1. That was his formation he always went to when he had a target man striker. Louis a trooper though. So towards the end of the season, he's doing like a watch along every 2 days. Deserves his sleeps at half time. I think Louis away now, to be honest. For some time, I think he's away for like a week or two on holiday, or he's going away soon. Definitely going away soon. Jan Mulby, up I made so for a few years ago after I went to watch him speak. Very drunk night. Sounds like a laugh, Jan Mulby. To be fair, my brother's met him a few times. He does a bit of stuff with AI, and he's part of AI, isn't he? And sounds like a right laugh. I'm excited for the new front three. All good things must evolve. Can't have the same attack forever. They do get older, do slow down, etc., etc. So I'm excited to see the front three Mark II, should we say, under Jurgen Klopp. But yeah, just showing a few highlights of Curtis Jones after the first half here. He was really exciting. It's the Curtis Jones that I know he's capable of, that plenty of other fans don't. But Costas looked really good as well. Looks rejuvenated. I mean, he's always been good, to be fair. Costas for us when called upon, hasn't he? He just looks rejuvenated. Even in his interviews, he just feels like he's revitalised after a few weeks off. Milner as well, phenomenal. Yeah, well better team, Gary. Well better team than he had at Dortmund. Just saw him the Ox now. Salah's out warming up on Robbo by the looks of it. Probably see them in the second half. I probably agree with you there, Gary. I think he's been brought in as definitely one for the future. He's a very exciting prospect, Carvalho. I don't think he'll be starting every week though. I think he's more of a, with the 5 subs. I think we'll see him coming on quite often. Likewise with Jones and Elliott, I think they'll get minutes most games because we've got 5 subs, but I don't think they'll be starting games. Not a Stuart down. Mad that he's in the Legends side, isn't it? What did he do for us? Mo Salah's being listed as a number 10 today. He's sent that, if anyone can see it. Being listed as a number 10, but his shirt's definitely an 11 because I've seen the Instagram post from the club before. Who's the admin? Is that you, Charlie? Played well, Henderson, to be fair. Good goal as well. Took his chance well. Anyone going to the Strasbourg game in Anfield? Good to see the club giving tickets to dad and lads who went to Paris, to be fair. Oh, big shoes of Phil saying a Coutinho clone. I know he left us, but he was unbelievable during his time with us. Oh, it's showing a replay of the Barca game there. Successful in the ballot for the Community Shield or the Strasbourg game? Was that a ballot? Or successful just for games in general this season? Put the lottery on if you've been successful in the ballot for games this season, though. I know about 30 people who were unsuccessful for all games, who had every single game last year, went to every single final, and are unsuccessful for all games because no credits from last year counted. Proper joke from the club, to be honest with you. The club have fucked it on this aspect, I think. But don't get me started on it because I'll be ranting for about 2 hours. I'm fuming with the club, but I do think they've got it wrong with the ballot at the minute. But if you've definitely been successful for Premier League games in the ballot, I'd go and put the lottery on because the chances were like 2%. Big claim that Rudy better than Coutinho. Are you talking about how Coutinho is now or how Coutinho was at Liverpool? Because that's a big claim to say he's going to be better than Coutinho. He was fantastic for us. My dog's out there. Probably asleep in bed. Lazy. It's called Virgil, though. If a shout at me, he'd probably bounce the door through, but he's probably asleep. I'd imagine. Salah's warming up. Nunes is warming up. Fabinho's warming up. I think Rafinha will do well in Barca, but I don't think Barca will still be a club in a few years. I think Bayern have hit the nail on the head. I can't understand how they can buy Rafinha for, 60 odd mil, Bernardo Silva for 80 mil, and they still owe Liverpool, I think, 24 million. I seen the other day, and they owe Frankie De Jong money and wages, but they can still continue to buy players. It's a bit mad. It looks like the 11's going to be Van den Berg, Van Dijk, Nunes, Trent, Keita, Fabinho, Robertson, Salah, Carvalho. That looks like the second 11. They're about to sign Bernardo Silva, yeah, for 80 mil. All the Barcelona's tier 1 sources are saying so. They do still. I didn't think they did still owe us Must, but I seen something the other day saying they still owe us 24 mil. So I don't know how they can spend 80 mil. Bit mad. But yeah, like I said, it does look like the second half 11 will probably be Adrian in goal. And then it looks like it's going to be Trent, Van Dijk, Van den Berg, Robertson, Fabinho. Ooh. I don't have a clue here. Fabinho, Carvalho, Keita, Salah, Nunes. Unless Henderson's staying on. It says Harvey Davis, Fabinho, Van Dijk, Thiago, Keita, Salah, Robertson, Nunes, Carvalho, Trent, Van den Berg. That's the second 11. Thiago's going to have some minutes. It looks like there's a kid in there as well who's going to get some minutes. Do you think we'll get more goals in the second half, Gary? Big boys are on now. Salah, Trent. Nunes is on. Nunes has a few more sessions with us as well, so... Carvalho is starting the second half, so we will get to see him, see how he plays. We've got Davis in goal. Just behind the kids, Van den Berg's partner and Van Dijk. That'll be interesting as well. They do speak Dutch, both from Holland. Might be a good link up, so keep an eye on this centre-back pair. And I think Van den Berg is one for the future, definitely. I think he's going to be a good centre-back, to be fair. Naby lad's getting a game as well. Looks like he's thinning out at the top there, Naby. Be getting to Turkey for an air transplant site soon. Teams are coming back out. Don't think Palace are much changed. I think they're starting pretty much the same 11 in the second half. Just waiting for the second half to get underway. Palace are just coming out now. Excited to see this Trent and Salah link up again. Unbelievable. I can't show the match site. Unfortunately, you can only watch on LFCTV. We would get a copyright strike if we show in the game. Palace top 10 next season. I think they're going to miss Gallagher too much, to be honest. And they've only brought one or two players in. One big name for 18 mil. Can't remember who it was. Dr. Zaf there for Palace. What a man. Bernardo Silva is the Barca tier 1 sources are saying they've had the offer accepted. So I'm not too sure where it's at, but I've seen that before I came on stream, James. Yeah, Carvalho, Elliott and Bobby did play well against United, to be fair. Supposed to get the second half underway. Trent to be 20 assist record on the second half is underway. Expecting a few more goals in the second half. I think he picked up a knock against United, Jen Allison. Good ball there from Nunes out to Salah. Mo Salah just always looks ready, doesn't he? Pre-season, Champions League final, ready. Sterling to Chelsea is a good sign. I think City have made a mistake letting Jesus, Sterling and Silva potentially go this summer. I think it's a massive, bold move. Oh, what a ball from Trent. Nunes missed kick there. Oof. Thiago had a shot at it, but blocked. Salah, unbelievable. Oh, what a goal from Mo Salah. Keeper made a mistake there, but what a goal from Salah. It's as usual, just inside the box, to be honest. Tried to kill it in. Keeper tried to save it, but made a mess of it and it went in. City trying to sneak in for Bellingham. They got no chance. Jude wants Liverpool. Jude wants to play for Liverpool. Assist. You can't be counting them, James. No chance. I'm not having that. Not having that. No way. Was an assist from Trent, but I'm not having that as an assist for the season. Good. Takes a deflection as well off. I don't know who that defender is, to be honest. Anderson. Good goal, though, from Salah. Looks sharp. To be fair, I think without the deflection, it probably would have went in anyway. I think the deflection did confuse the keeper a bit, but I think it would have been past the keeper. Keeper's position was awful. I don't know. Might do with his new deal, mightn't he? Yeah, Salah's touch is unbelievable. Salah as a player, unbelievable. So happy to see him commit his future to us. Brilliant ball over the top for Nunes, who was still a bit keeper got to it there before him. That's another aspect, I think, of our attack that's going to be good this year. Van Dijk's quarterback balls up to Nunes is going to be unbelievable. We know how good Van Dijk is at his distribution from the back, but having a target man like Nunes up there, I think that's going to improve massively this season. I think we're going to see more assists from Van Dijk as well, to be honest. Is Trent again a bit more advanced? Plays it off to Carvalho. Good touch back to Thiago. Oh, thought Robbo was further back than he was. Looking sharp again here, though, in the opening 3 minutes. Vandenberg's done well there against Husam Edouard. He's really well from Seth Vandenberg against Husam Edouard there. He's very strong attacker, Edouard. So fantastic play from Vandenberg there. Brilliant ball from Thiago out to Salah as he gets to it. Of course, he does. Oh, unbelievable along the line. Cuts it back to Nunes. Oh, save there. Good shot from Nunes, though. He hasn't held up the ball much in this game, to be honest. I haven't seen much of Nunes, just the games against Liverpool and Benfica. The game in Anfield, he rarely impressed me. So Kaiser come on and we score in 2 minutes. Kaiser wasn't involved, hadn't he? Get off the Kaiser train. I think that's long sailed. Good shot that, though, from Nunes. Good save from the keeper. And belted tattoos, Nunes, hasn't he? Brilliant hold-up play from Salah. Just a bit too slow from Kaiser there. I would agree with that, Steve, to be honest. I would say what I've seen of Vandenberg, he looks better than Reece Williams, so it's mad that we keep going Sepp out. I do think Sepp's in line for another loan this summer. Probably fair enough. We've got 4 world-class centre-halves. Sepp's not going to break in anytime soon, but I do think he is one for the future still. I do think he's going to be a good player. He's someone who Klopp brought in, so we just believe in him. Siguna as well. He's dead tall. Brilliant ball from Trent. Ooh. Just a little bit too short for Van Dijk. Sepp collects and passes it back to Thiago. It's funny, all the players have come back from their holidays. They're all dead tanned, and you just see Andy Robertson. Proper Scottish. Nunes tried to cut it back there to Van Dijk. Unsuccessful. I think Diaz will be a best player after pre-season. Scary to the fourth for other teams, to be honest, because he was fantastic when he came in. So under a full pre-season with Klopp. Palace are flying into tackles, though. Their pre-season games, a bit mad. A little bit naughty by Ayew, the commentator said. I'd say that was disgusting. Trent's balls, a little bit short for Salah there, but Trent's balls have been looking unbelievable in the opening 5 minutes of the second half. Trent's ready. James has tipped them to succeed all of his records this season. Good pressing from Kaiser there. Oh, terrible cross. Terrible cross. Yeah, that, Anthony. Terrible cross from Kaiser. Good job, it's only pre-season. It just makes me feel more comfortable watching more of the first 11. You know what to expect. Salah, good ball through to Nunes. Oh, good cover by Anderson now. Nunes is making the runs you want him to be fair. He is looking sharp. He's making the runs you want him to. Looks like he's got a good link up with Salah. Salah's putting balls, and as Nunes is making the run, knows where he's going to be. It's a good read by Anderson though from Palace, to be fair. Does look sharp, Nunes, though. It looks like he likes to play just off the last man. His Uruguayan nickname, they've just said, is called the Pirate. So we had Torres, who was the kid. Now we've got Nunes, who's the Pirate. Nunes must. Haaland will spend half the season out injured. Promise. Mean that. Injury prone. When Haaland's fit, he's a freak. An absolute freak. But I just think Nunes will be more consistent throughout the whole season. I think City have messed up getting rid of Bernardo Silva, to be honest. I think he would have been phenomenal with Haaland. I know they've still got De Bruyne, but Bernardo Silva's a phenomenal footballer. Score on the door, Jens, 2-0. Salah scored. Good block there from Robbo. Nearly 2-1. Ayew had a shot, but good block from Robbo. If you are new around here, don't forget to leave a like and a subscribe. 62 of you in here. It helps us out a lot if you leave a like and subscribe on the videos. We do stream every single day at 7:30, and we also do a watch along for every single game. It is usually Louis, and it's a little bit more high tech than what I've delivered. But I'm here to cover for Louis, so we can have a day off and get through the pre-season, to be honest. Oh, yeah, score on my screen. Forgot about that. Sorry, people. Nice one, James and Jen. Oh, off I done. Got rid of it completely. For someone who's got a degree in something like this, I'm terrible at technology. Silva was arguably the best player, Steve, to be honest. I rarely rated Silva. I can't stand him, but I did rarely rate him. I thought he was a fantastic player for City. Carvalho's looking good. Good balls. Nunes on the ball there. Good hold-up play, to be fair. Apparently he can play on the left wing as well, and as a striker. And he's took the same number as Divock. Let's hope he can... To be fair, I rated Divock. If he played up front, played off the last man, he was a fantastic finisher. We just tended to play him on the left a bit more, but I think Nunes hasn't been brought in for the left. We've got Diaz there more often than not. Controlling the ball really well again, though, like we did in the first half. As expected, stronger team in the second half. They expect more control. Nunes is making a nuisance of himself, though. Chasing balls down. Not scared to put his foot in. That's what you like to see from an attacker. Especially when they're snapping us. Oh, get up. Nunes calls Anderson there, but I think he is milking it a bit. As soon as the ref come over, he sat there moaning, saying I got pushed. It's pre-season, mate. You just get up and get on with it, don't you? It's not like 3 points on the line. Should have me Lego more in, shouldn't I? That Lego Anfield, yeah, took me about 4 weeks, no joke. Sending updates constantly into the transfer room chat. Took ages. I'm sure my missus got me as a Christmas present to keep me quiet for a few weeks. Klein's look good for Palace, to be fair. Yeah, Nunes is very aggressive. I do love that. Win at all costs type mentality. Will we field the first 11 for the Charity Shield? Nah, I don't think so. I think Van Dijk will start the Charity Shield, probably. Trent will, Robertson will, Fabinho will, Henderson. It depends. We play 4-2-3-1. We probably play Henderson and Fabinho in a double pivot, and then after 3 is Diaz, Bobby, Salah, and Nunes, maybe. I thought that, to be fair, James. I thought Martin Kelly had more about him than Connor Cody, to be honest, when he first came through. Connor Cody's made his career out of it, and Martin Kelly's been let go from Palace now. I think he's about 32, 33 now, though, Martin Kelly. He still has a good run in the Premier League, to be fair. Still had a good 10-year career in the Prem. Set for life, anyway. Set for life. Palace players are down at the minute. They have brought the first their starting 11 out in the second half as well, so I don't know if they're going to make some changes soon. They left the foot in the first half and now we're giving it back. I'd agree with that, God. They have been quite dirty, to be fair, Palace, considering it's a pre-season game, so I'm all for us leaving a foot on them because they're doing it to us, so... Nunes, yeah, I think his passing does need to work on a bit. Don't forget, he probably has still only had about 4 or 5 sessions with the squad in pre-season, so I still wouldn't judge him. Yeah, I'll judge him probably in about January if he's not been banging them. Give him a chance, though. He's in my fantasy footy team, though. That's how highly I'm rating him, because I'm in it to win it. I'm in about 6 leagues this year that we're all money on the line, so I'm in it to win it. It could be pay for an holiday next year if I win all my fantasies, to be honest. So I've put Nunes in, so I am open. He's a big player, really open. So good pass from Fabinho out to Trent. Nunes is making a run at Trent has a go. Good save. I think Trent probably should have played Nunes through there, but it's only pre-season. Have a go if you want, lad. Do we get a stupid cup for winning this? As if similar to the United game, you get a little trophy when you win. I think it's a bit stupid, all these trophies in pre-season, to be honest with you. It's just a friendly. Nunes got a shot away there, running away from goal with 2 players on him. Lucky to get a shot away, to be honest. Looks a bit tired already, Nunes, though. Probably going from a Benfica style of plays a year and Klopp's getting compressed. Big jump for someone who... The Singapore Lion Cup. Did we actually win a cup? Oh, my God. Where did he even go? I've always wondered that, because whenever you go to, like, Anfield and you go to, and like you see all the trophies and that, they never have all these stupid little snide pre-season cups there. So where did he go? Did Liverpool spin them? You never see them. Waste of time, to be honest. That year one in Bangkok was stupid. It was massive. I just had a big Liverpool United badge on. It's ridiculous. Just play the game. You don't need to win a trophy at the end of it, do you? Send them to Spurs. Fill their trophy cabinet up somehow, James. Salah's on the run here. Trent's bombing it forward. Salah pass. Oh, just a bit short on Nunes there. Training ground. Let the players look at them every day. The legendary Singapore Lion Cup. That's some motivation. It's actually a cup to win, yeah. Mad. Palace making some changes now. Looks like a few of the kids. Admiral is one of them. Oh, North, I was made up. I watched it was Goldbridge, and he was saying, "Oh, we've dodged a bullet last time." And Nunes proper going on saying how good Martial's going to be. I was just thinking, I can't wait to pop onto your channel in like December when Martial scored like 2 goals and Nunes has bagged 15. But let them think it. Let them think that that they're going to piss the league because they beat us 4-0 in a pre-season game where we fielded 3 teams. They're desperate. They're absolutely desperate. The United social media team posted a video of them passing the ball in training, and loads of United fans were retweeting and going, "Look how good them passes are." They're just desperate, desperate. Like what we was under the Hodgson days, to be honest. But it's good to see and reveling in it. I wish I was in uni now, not when I was. Because when I was in uni, I went to uni in Salford. It was horrendous. So many United fans, and that's when they were good as well. 10 years ago. Good side, Palace though. They have made a good account of themselves. Defended well. Always good to see Virgil van Dijk with that captain's armband on though. As much as I love Hendo as a captain, Van Dijk's the man. He's the man for me. If you can tell, I think you can see them here. Yeah, I've got Van Dijk stuff here. Legendary Carl Trier. Do check him out. His artwork's unbelievable. I've got Darren that off him. And then there's another one somewhere, but I don't know. Oh, we've got the front 3. It's outdated now though. The original Bobby, Salah and Mane. I have to get one with Nunes on front 4 now, aren't I? Wait for Carl to release it and it'll be straight in my basket. Good defending by Trent there. Looks like on the counter. Kaiser. Loose ball there for Nunes. Kaiser's the only one I'd say in the first 62 minutes of this game that hasn't looked as sharp as the others. Hasn't impressed me at all. Anthony's probably foaming at the mouth at that comment. But yeah, he just hasn't impressed me at all, Kaiser, in any of the first 20 minutes or so. 15, 20 minutes. Playing out from the back there with the young keeper. It's good to see that. It's good to see that the young keepers know how to do it. It's obviously getting taught right through the academy. Kaiser is in his final year, yeah. I think if we're not going to give him a new deal, I think I would sell him now because it seems a bit mad to hold on to somebody who you can then go for free at the end of the year. Probably true enough. Shall I go Pride of Place? Man of the match. Come on, Anthony. Get your rose tinted glasses off. Carvalho's looking good though. What's the point in that? Are you dragging him back by his neck? It's pre-season. Ayu's being ruthless today, to be honest. Ring around the stadium again. Kaiser's done well there, to be fair. Good ball to Nunes. He's on side all day. It's just because he put his arm up saying offside. You agreed with him. Terrible decision. He has always had a bad attitude, hasn't he? I think he had a lot of hype around him when he was coming through and hasn't really lived up to it. I remember when he signed for Palace, all their fans like as if we've signed someone on the caliber of Ayew and not really lived up to it. Good shout, that to be fair, Steve. He's looked good. He has looked good running after 2 centre backs. Good recovery there from Fabinho. Kaiser out to Salah. Goes out to play. Man, you laughing faces. Something happened with them, Jen? Or is Frankie de Jong still refusing? Bad that sign, innit? Why would you want to buy someone who really doesn't want to play for your club? Palace just making some changes. Wait, hold 6 to bring an IU off. bringing some of the kids on. O'Brien, Admiral Ola, Raymond. Admiral Ola is the one who came from Derby, I think they've just said. North, if he doesn't do nothing this season and doesn't sign a deal, he'll be going for free. So yeah, you probably would say he's a flop. I mean, he's won everything, but he hasn't really contributed much. Got a good academy. Palace does look like they brought a few of the kids on. Kaiser was underrated last season. He had a few good performances. Semi-final against City. He was phenomenal, I'd say. That midfield really worked, but very few and far between, Anthony. Very few and far between. When Kaiser is on it, he's class. He's a good addition, but it's just how often he's on it, to be honest with you, within a season, isn't it? It's very few and far between, and that miss in the Champions League final still gives me PTSD, to be honest. I think nearly hit me in the head. I was sassing around with them. Yeah, he looked sharp. Good ball recovery there from Kaiser to Thiago. Oh, a bit too far, a bit too deep for Salah. James rarely hates Ben Davies since finding out he's had 60k a week. Davies is on the bench, Anthony. Might see him come on for a few minutes. Can't believe he's travelled. Should have him buddy on every go and drive around the clubs like Blackburn. That's saying you want him. 60 grand a week. Don't forget, if you're new around here, little like and subscribe, or else is also a lot. Seems very stupid, but it actually, the YouTube algorithm really likes a like and subscribe, and it really does help the channel. So if you don't forget, we stream every day, 7:30. Do watch-alongs every week, usually with Louis. The watch-alongs, a lot more high-tech than this. Very, very nice, our watch-alongs, to be honest, with Louis. And we stream every day at 7:30. And on top of all that, we have loads of boss individual videos from all the YouTube team, like me, James, Anthony, Jay, Charlie, giving you all the info on Liverpool. It's a good subscribe if you ask me. I'd subscribe if I weren't part of it. I already am subscribed, actually. Need someone to watch Klopp's Grundies. That's why Davies is there. I'm getting Kaiser season before he landed. Yeah, when we got Kaiser, I was made up. He looked unbelievable in the Bundesliga. We just haven't seen to have got that Kaiser. Since I said he's had a bad game, he's been playing all right. Carvalho there. Oh, good shot. Good shot from Carvalho. Found a bit of space. Good hand there from Kuiper's keeper, Glazer. Unlucky, Carvalho. It's excited me, Carvalho, though, in the minutes I've seen him in pre-season. Really excited me. Corner by Trent here. Beat the first man, fella. 6-day break before Leipzig. It seems that way. 6 day. I think they're going to Austria. It's where Klopp likes to go in. Oh, good header from Van Dijk. Fantastic corner that from Trent. Couldn't have done any better there, James. I know. Ben Davies isn't soft. We were desperate. Set himself up. Got a little payday more than he'll ever get. That's why he'll probably never leave until his contract runs out. I think it'll just be a loan him out every year, getting some of the wages paid. So who's going to pay him 60 grand to play in the Championship? Unless he goes to Celtic. Mad. We are looking good again in the second half. What Miles' best performance than what we see against United. Miles better to see how much works went into the pre-season already, to be fair. Good control by Keita and a good run here. Puts it through to Nunes. Oh, their defender just beats him to it. I'd like Nunes to score just to shut up all these doubters on Twitter. Robertson on the throw at the minute. Dispossessed by Thiago there. Nunes wins it back. Gives it to Thiago. Plays it off to Fab. Bit of a useless ball from Fabinho there. Terrible ball from Fabinho, to be honest. Who's excited everyone the most then so far in pre-season? Who you're looking forward to seeing this season in the Liverpool squad? Palace haven't really threatened us at all. Our defenders have had nothing to do. Replacing throw-ins with free kicks. I like our throw-ins. I've interviewed Thomas, our throw-in coach, on the podcast a few months ago, and he gave me a real good insight into why throw-ins are so important, and having that extra percentage advantage on the opponents, being good at throw-ins, really does come to Liverpool's advantage. So I'm all for throw-ins, to be honest. What was Karius on a week off? I'm not sure what's sitting on the last man that Nunes was doing. We play a lot of teams playing a low block. Yeah, I agree with that, James, but I think Nunes' height and heading ability will be where we'll be winning games against low block sides. A few more subs from Palace here, another 5 changes. £1.3 million per annum. Bloody hell. Just kids coming on for Palace. None that I really know. They got the captain of Iraq youth team coming on. Don't really know of any big footballers from Iraq, so it'll be interesting to see. It's potential. Saying here that he actually only speaks Kurdish, obviously was the furthest country, so struggles to communicate with his national team players. So Palace's 11 at the minute is Guaita, Malcolm, Ibowie, Tayo, Adaraola, Scott Banks, Boateng, Siddiq, Raymond, Street, O'Brien, Ozar, and Rodney. I'm not going to try and pronounce all them first names because I'm going to butcher them. Van den Berg's looked all right, though. Good on the ball. Like I said, Palace haven't really threatened us in our defence, to be honest, at all. Really. We've really controlled this game, to be fair, from the start, and 74 minutes in, still controlling it. And our second 11 now. Thiago wins it back, gives it to Fabinho. Good, wins it back. These are snapping us here. The Yorkshire Ripper there coming on. Which one? Just passing it around the back of it here with Van den Berg now to Van Dijk. Back to Van den Berg, who passes it out to Salah. Keep Van den Berg, let Phillips go. He's impressed me, to be fair. Good ball from Nunes to Salah on the wing there. You'd imagine we should see more goals now here. Palace are playing more of the kids. We've got quite a strong 11 out. Unless we're just going to use it for fitness, more of a training type game. No signs of harm. No, not yet. Not yet. Has he only just come back to their pre-season? Though I know a few players for Liverpool got extra time off if they play for the countries. Don't know if Zaha played for his country. Carvalho on the ball now. Good ball out to Robbo. Any more goals? No, Jen. Still 2-0. We are on the break, though, with Robertson. Out to Thiago. Good challenge there. Don't mind leaving a mark, though. Van den Berg looks more like an LCTR centre-back. Phillips is old school. Newcastle would be ideal. I like that about Phillips as well, though, to be honest. I do like that. Though he's an old school, like a Carragher type centre-back. We look like we're making some changes here as well. Some kids coming on. When we make them, I'll let you know who's coming off. Give them half an hour, the second 11, some of the whoever's coming off. I reckon it'll probably be Reece Williams was there, so I reckon Van Dijk might be one who comes off. No, Jen. No. We intend to. Looks like we're changing most of the players. We intend to stream throughout all the hot weather. No, we won't be cancelling any streams. Right, I'll try and digest who's coming off and on here now. We've got Norris, Chambers, Reece Williams. No Nat Phillips, though. Nunes is coming off. He's got half an hour. Had a few opportunities, a few good runs. Looked best than he did against United. Still easing them in. Got the proper kids on next year. Thiago's coming off. Fabinho's coming off. Most of them are coming off, to be honest. Van den Berg's coming off. Trent's coming off. Kaiser's coming off. Van Dijk's coming off. Robertson's coming off. I think Salah's staying on. Oh, yeah, Nat Phillips is on, sorry. I think Salah sucked the armband. Tyler Morton coming on as well. Excited to see Tyler Morton, to be honest. Once the display who has come on, no names have come up yet, I will confirm them for you. Because we've just brought a whole team on bar Salah and Carvalho by the looks of it. Yeah, Nat should wear a pair of headband. He looks mad, doesn't he, without one? That's why I couldn't see him. And he's grew his hair again. So he looks like a younger Nat Phillips again. Still haven't confirmed who come off and on. Yeah. Fabian Mrozek in goal, Salah, Carvalho, and then we've got Stefan Bajcetic, Reece Williams, Nat Phillips, Bobby Clark, Isaac Mabaya, James Norris, Tyler Morton, and Luke Chambers. I think this Isaac Mabaya, is he the right back? He looked really, really strong against United. I think he started the game as a right back and he looked really well. He impressed me. To be fair, in his half an hour stint in that game, I was really, really impressed by him. Another right back coming through. Be good to see Ramsey once he's fit again as well. I'm excited to see what he's about. Well, Reece made a mistake straight away when he came on against United, didn't he, God? But I'd like to think they've got the capability to hold on to Palace's youth academy. Looks like Salah's probably going to get the full 45 in this one. Weird, actually. He came back at the same time as Virgil, and that's probably just levels above everyone in fitness, isn't he? Good control by Carvalho. Good, done well to keep it in there. Has dropped a little bit deeper, though, Carvalho. With Norris playing a little bit further ahead of him. I would have put Carvalho on the left, to be honest, though, and seen what he can do. It's interesting that the likes of Musialowski now hasn't travelled, though. I think he's due a loan to Poland, isn't he? But he's got a high expectation around him, Musialowski, and for some reason, doesn't seem to ever get a chance in the first team, which I've always wondered why. It's around 10 minutes left of the second half. Liverpool still 2-0 up. Don't forget, if you're new around here, leave a like and subscribe, and the video does help us out a lot. We won't be streaming today at 7:30. If there is a watch along, we don't stream as well the same day. If you're new around here, some for context, so there won't be a stream today, but any day there isn't a game, we do stream at 7:30. And then when the season's on, we do loads of match previews, match reviews. We get guests on from other teams. We've had people like Man Knows Football and that on to review games with us, Daps for City. So all sorts happening. We always get athletic writers doing previews for us. It's a very exciting place. So do leave us a like and subscribe. You won't regret it. The Polish Messi. That's what he used to get called, Anthony, but for some reason never gets a chance in the first team. It's a bit weird. Never understood why. Looks good when you watch him though for the kids. Reece Williams winning it back there. Maguire and Williams from Preston. Pace has just slowed down slightly now since the kids have came back on. That Bobby Clark was decent against United as well. We haven't seen much of him yet since he's came on. It's only been on a few minutes though. That was a terrible interception by Reece Williams. Just intercepted it by passing the ball to a Palace player. Like the commentators are saying, no, there's a big thing for these kids because they are used to playing in front of a few hundred and playing in front of 55,000 fans in Singapore. So it's a big opportunity for them. Got to hope they grasp it. I think Tyler Morton's the one who will have a good season this year out the academy. I think he is the next one to break through. Klopp's been waxing lyrical about him, about how good he's been in pre-season. So I think he's the next one to break through. Play with a good intensity though, the kids. But this Maguire at right back, I think he's got a good future. Looks like a good player. Got Bobby Dowach as well from Celtic, haven't we? I think he's injured at the minute. Or maybe he's just a bit too young to go in this pre-season tour. I might see him next year. He looks like a real player. It'd be interesting to see a link up with Robbo and him as well. I think that'd be a good link up, the two Scotsmen down the wing. Chasing every ball, the kids. Good to see. Oh, that was a good tackle. Leave your mark. Intensities went right down, you know. Chasing every ball, but not doing much with it. It's mad seeing Nat Phillips were there and not an headband on, you know. Good ball from Phillips there. For Chambers. Passed it to Carvalho. Back to Bajcetic. On to Salah. Waiting for the comedy to say his name. Good run from Salah. Oh, a bit too heavy from a buyer there. Oh, 5 minutes left of today's game. Looks sharp though, Salah, ready to go. Looks like he's ready for the new season. Had a bit of blonding as it looks like as well. Looks good with the armband as well, Salah. Bayer on the ball. Be interesting to see what happens with Nat Phillips, if he stays or if he goes. I think Bournemouth still want him, don't they? And be interesting to see what happens if he does go to it. And they are in the Prem now, so he will have Prem games there. I think we should maybe loan him out, see how he does in the Prem. If he has a good season, we make the decision. And if he has a good season, you can probably sell him for more for a good season in the Prem, or you keep him. But I don't think he's going to get any minutes at Liverpool, so you might as well not hamper his development and allow him to go and play week in, week out for Bournemouth. In the Premier team, that's probably going to face many shots, and he's going to be defending for most of the 90 minutes. I think it makes sense to. Nunes has went off, lost sock, played all right, made a good few runs, but he is still very early on into his pre-season. Don't forget, he came back on. He had one session before the United game. So he's probably had about 3 or 4 sessions because they have had to fly from Thailand to Singapore as well. So he's still very new to the system. I think he's not going to be a player you'll see the best of really probably till around the start of the Prem season. A few more weeks of pre-season left yet, 2 or 3 more weeks. I think 3 weeks till the season starts this weekend, isn't it? It's 2 weeks till the Community Shield. And then we play Strasbourg the day after, bit of a mad one. So I think whoever plays the Community Shield, you will not see them at Anfield for that Strasbourg game. I think you probably see the kids if we start our first team in the Community Shield. Don't be playing 2 games in 2 days. Nat Phillips has played well though on the ball when he's had it, to be fair. But I still would loan him out to Bournemouth or something similar. I wouldn't sell him. See how he gets on season in the Prem. Probably done with Harry Wilson before making a decision to sell him. Yeah, Steve, I rate him myself. He really impressed me against United, Maguire. First I'd ever heard of him when he started against United the other day, and he was a shining light in his half an hour stint in that game. And he's looked good again today as well, making some good runs, energetic. It's what you want from a right back for Liverpool, really. I do feel like Carvalho is a little bit wasted playing more of a central midfielder than he was when he first came on in the second half as a left winger. Does seem comfortable with Salah, to be fair, Maguire as well. The only kid really who's really impressed me, that Maguire, in the 2 games. And the others have really stood out. Probably a few years off the development still yet anyway. About a minute left of today's game. Before we do the part, do not forget to leave a like and subscribe on the video. Helps us out loads. That's definitely a foul. He was held back from Sadiq there. Elden Saddleback, ref let that one go. Palace are on the break. Whoever that is there, he is rapid. Adam Morola, he is rapid for Palace. It is good to see Reece Williams and Nat Phillips back together again. Wouldn't have got to a Champions League final if it wasn't for them two last season. Three minutes at a time at the end of the game. Can't see there being another goal today, to be honest. If we had to say a man of the match from everyone who's played, I'd probably say, Harvey Elliott. No, Curtis Jones. Curtis Jones played really well, and Elliott. The whole team played well. To be honest, the pace of it went down a little bit since the kids have came on in the second half, but that's expected, really. I think also the main 11 of players, the main squad of players, so to speak, I think they've all give a good account of themselves today. All played really well, all looked sharp. Naby started slow, but got into it a little bit, and then unfortunately came off with the rest of them. I think Naby would have benefited from staying on and just growing into the game. But yeah, the only injury, the Ox, what it seems, unless we get one now towards the end. But the Ox did look like it might have been a hamstring. Probably more on that over the next few hours. But hopefully the Ox does catch a break, and it's only a few days, riddled with injuries. I do feel sorry for him. Because without the injuries at Liverpool, I do think he would have been a key man for us consistently. He was fantastic before the injury. Anthony, it's not good news. We can't sell an injured player. We want him injured for like a week or so. Don't want him injured for a few months before the window shuts. Brilliant tackle there. That Nat Phillips loves the tackle. Left us mark, his right Nat. They've done it to us for 90 minutes. Mabaya bombing forward there. Looks really good on the ball, this kid. Really good. His confidence as well. Glass cannon. It made it quavers, isn't he? Good ball from Salah. Bit of a miscue there from Morton. I think I had a bit of deflection, that though. Good run from Tyler Morton there, though. I think that will see us to the end of the game. Unlucky there, Morton. It was a good run. I'd keep Nat as well. Like I've just said, I'd probably loan him out to Bournemouth. He's not going to get any minutes this year for Liverpool with Gomez, Matip, Van Dijk and Konate. So I do think loaning him out to someone like Bournemouth for that would have been decent, to be honest. See how he does. The game has finished now. 2-0 winners for Liverpool. Just change this one sec. Don't even know how you change this thing now. See half my head. We haven't got a one person over. Like, oh, disaster. What are we going to do? I have to just take it off. But yeah, we have been LFC transfer. I think we are going to lift the trophy up now. Someone said there was the Lion Club, but we'll turn it off. Not really bothered about that. But yeah, another good outing for Liverpool there, to be honest. All look sharp, all look ready to go. Kids did slow it down a bit when they came on, but they aren't going to be playing come first game of the season. I think all players looked exciting. Nunes looked a bit better than he did against United. Some good runs. And another successful 90 minutes in the tank for pre-season. We are back for all the pre-season watch-alongs as well as all the Premier League and the new seasons. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you are new around here. I will be back for the Salzburg watch-along, and James is doing the Leipzig one as well. Louis off for a little bit now, so do tune in for them. I actually really enjoyed it, to be honest with you, considering I really didn't want to do it. So yeah, do leave a like and subscribe if you're new around here. I've been Matty for LFC Transfer Room. Thanks so much for watching our pre-season watch-along of the Liverpool vs Palace game in Singapore.